What's going on, y'all? So today we're gonna be making a video about the grifters in the Sparking Zero community, and this is just specifically the Sparking Zero community on Twitter. We'll go over Reddit on another video because Reddit is even worse. But yeah, let's get started with this guy here. The first guy here is Six World. Tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be releasing a video about the Glazers in the Dragon Ball Sparking community. This is getting out of hand, and hopefully will open some of y'all eyes. Okay, so that's not a constructive thing to do, first of all. And then when he's saying Glazers, I'm assuming that he means the people who actually still enjoy the game instead of, people who sit here and whine and whinge about it on Twitter all day, like this guy. So he wants to post a video complaining about the Glazers. So L video, we will not be watching. All right, let's go to the next one. This is a quote tweet. Why are you in the community? Everyone suddenly retiring from Sparking Zero at the perfect time, I'd say. Finally starting to see the truth of the game. On everyone's life, we moving to Gikishin Squadra. This game about to blow Sparking out of the water. It'll be so funny to watch. I can't wait. I don't know what that is. And on top of that, he's not putting that on my life. He might be putting it on somebody else's life, but not mine. But this guy, W comment here, I'm going to like this one because why is he in the community if that's what you're going to post? I refuse to become Z rank until I can vanish smashes regularly. Okay, this is just a guy that just wants to play the game. WWW. That's just a code. Dude, Vegito got bit by a spider, dog, and goat. I don't know what that is. All right, team battle. In my opinion, people like the game because they've only stuck to certain characters. Like there are so many characters to pick from and max their proficiencies. Just my opinion, though. I mean, W opinion, but I play every character and I still love the game. The game is not nearly as bad as the forced hate that it's getting, and it's really really sad to see how many grifters because of how many views you get and how many likes and things like that that you get when you talk bad about the game. That's literally all it is. There's like several people on YouTube who just make videos every day sitting here going over the same points over and over again about everything negative with the game rather than actually playing the game. Okay, I know I've said this before, but please, if anyone isn't playing Sparking Zero again, can you send it to me on Steam? I beg of you. Bro, bro, what? Let's keep it going. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is an amazing game, and this is an amazing community. This game has amazing graphics with great fighting mechanics, a long list of characters to play, and a fun story too. This game is the game is perfect the way it is. The devs did an amazing job. No sarcasm. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is just bait, but if it's not, W comment, W comment. I feel like I have a feeling, y'all, the next Dragon Ball Z game will have a Kakarot story mode with Sparking Zero gameplay, online like Xenoverse 2. Cause you have to think for a second. All three of those games is great in their own way. To make the perfect game, you have to put all three in one. I guess. I mean, W comment. Would you still play Sparking Zero every day if it had a year-long grind with good rewards like 2K Rookie to Legend? What? We're just gonna ignore that. Y'all say this game is dead at least 10 times a week. Let it go then. Leave the funeral. Go home. The repass has been over with for months. Oh my goodness. He cooked with this one. He cooked with this. Yo, I gotta go like the original tweet. Yo, that's actually fire. Y'all say this game is dead at least 10 times a week. Yet like people are still sitting at the repass. Oh, the game is so dead. Why don't you stop playing it and stop talking about it? Or, you can't because you want to farm upvotes on Reddit and likes on Twitter and likes on YouTube. That's all people are doing, just farming engagement. I have no idea what the obsession with saying the game is dead is, regardless if it's done over and over, or if it's done and over, why not stop talking about how dead the game is? Serious W. Just a Gohan video We putting faith in Demon Slayer Hinokami 2. The path of a Demon Slayer mode look mid, not worth the investment, but the story looks faithful. But where's the game modes ranked? Customization, maps. Can we team with friends? Is it balanced? Can we invite people? Are there lobbies? Why is this posted in the Sparking Zero? Whatever. Rage Bait runs this community. W comment. It does. Oh, it's Sev. W Sev. Someone's trying to help advocate for the game. What are some of the things that need to be updated and fixed or added to the game? I think we figured a strat out. Hard Knocks netcode. W comment. W comment. Hard Knocks are evil. Tag team? No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. We will not be doing that. I'm so tired of the Ultimate Blast not working properly whenever a follow-up attack. Doesn't matter if I hold L2 for 10 seconds, player character will still either vanish behind or kick the opponent down. Y'all have this issue or what? Nah, that's just you, big dog. We're gonna keep moving. W. People need to realize this. I find myself enjoying the game more and more that I realized that I'm actually ass at the game and started vibing. Oh my god, that's what it is. People just think that they're gonna get on the game and be good because they used to fight their cousin that was 7 years old. Like I'm so tired of the people. Oh, the online's so bad. You're just bad at the game, bro. You're stuck in C rank. It is what it is. Like you can't be good at every game that you play. Just just let it go. Let it go, Unc. I speak for everyone when I say this game is gonna surpass our dead flop ass game Sparking Zero. And he's talking about Demon Slayer Hinokami. You can't be serious. You're not serious. This is rage bait. Rage bait. Give us a currency you can only get in Z rank, for example, and expand the shop outfits, colors, accessories, auras, etc. that can only be bought by that currency. For example, I want a white shirt for Goku, but I can only get it grinding ranked. I mean, that's a W change. I don't have no problem with that. No problem with that at all. No longer a mod in the Sparking Zero community. Okay. Ideas and disagreeing with someone is fine. Everyone has different opinions. Just constantly hating on the game will start getting your post taken down. Also, you can have a disagreement and still be civil. Stop getting overly defensive and calling people out their name. W comment. W comment. We're gonna be liking that one. How do y'all feel about Sparking Zero? Oh, how do y'all feel about a created character? No, sir. No, sir. We will not be doing that. No, no, sir. No, sir, at all. No, 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 no. Trash. I realize I don't ever. I realize I don't ever think I've complained about the game itself since I've been in this community. Only about the players that play the game, and then even then, I've probably made made less. I can't. Made less than 5 posts about the people that play. I just enjoy a good fight, win or lose. W comment. I'll be real. A remastered Budokai Tenkaichi 3 with online dropping in today's day and age isn't what you guys want either. Majority of you will bitch and moan and find out quickly the skill gap is real and you'll drop it anyway. Ain't no pleasing people. You either like the game or you don't. W. Just W. That I mean, there's nothing else I can add to that. That's a W. I disagree. The skill gap will be so true that mainly high skilled people will primarily fight against highly skilled people because there's not much exploits and cheese in a game in that game as Sparking Zero, and with the cheese that is in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the counterplay is too prevalent. I don't I don't think so. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is literally just Sparking Zero with worse graphics considering it's the next installment. So whatever. They changed the game literally how you guys wanted it. Every time you complain, at least the mechanics, and you're still complaining about it. So I don't agree with this, but nevertheless, W comment. Ran into some games on Steam last night. Is Vegeta Mini to the B5 Goku Mini I ran into. If you're here, good fights. At least we got some guy enjoying the game. He just posting there. Fuck Bandai. W. Sparking Zero is dead. I think this is bait. Yeah, trending. Whatever. Not to mention, they be crying and throwing up for begging for patches once they realize just how broken the characters really are. Nostalgia whooping y'all ass more than y'all realize. W. Oh my goodness. W comment. I know I'm saying W a lot, but I mean there's nothing else to say, but this is just a beautiful comment in the Sparking Zero community. These are just some matches. So exhausting seeing people having debates all day about this game more than they actually play it. Shout out to the people in here that post a clip and go on about their day. W. W. The game dead, but y'all get on here every day to tweet it's dead. yo, yo, I love the Sparking community. I love it. Motherfuckers been saying they're retiring like they are Michael Jordan in 2003. Bro, it's a Dragon Ball game. Yo, that's actually hilarious. Why did Bandai Namco put an ungodly amount of money and energy into the advertisements for this game leading up to the release? Just building hype with every new trailer they released just to come out with a genuinely unfinished game and never update it for months on end. What are you talking about? The game has updates all the time. And then like how often do you want them to update it? Do you want them to update the game like every week? Like what do you want them to do? There's not much else that they can do with a Dragon Ball fighter. Like it's a fighting game. What else are they going to add on there? Like there's not much that they need to change other than the mechanics on the game. And the mechanics on the game aren't bad right now. It's just not really noob friendly. I'm guessing this guy's a C5. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so confused. I love Sparking Zero. I put like 500 hours into it and platinumed it and everything, but bro, it is lacking so much content. And it gets me thinking, like, genuinely, why does Bandai want this game to die? Why do they have zero monthly players? What is this guy talking about? Like, he's probably one of those people who like want costumes or maps. Costumes or maps are not gonna help you. I'm telling you, like, you want to look different to get folded in a different map. You want to be on a different map just to get folded again. Like it's not going to change anything for you. And then calling that content is actually laughable. Like it's really crazy how y'all chalk everything up to costumes and maps. Like it doesn't change the gameplay at all. You're going to be playing the same game against the same people. Just stop the grift. Stop the grift. I'm not understanding. If some of you hate the game so bad or it's dead for you and will never return, why do you leave? Why don't you leave the community instead of complaining? W. The gameplay was never the issue for the decline of players. It's a lack of fucking content they provide us to keep niggas on the game. Still no maps. The mods was what keeping folks around. I don't understand. I don't understand what content y'all want, to be honest. Like WK of 3, but like what kind of content would you like? I mean, they could revamp like the rank game mode to make it actually mean something. Because right now, there's really no difference between a Z rank and a D5. I mean, that's one thing I can say about it. I mean, the rank rewards aren't even there. There's nothing. There's no point in getting Z rank. There's nothing other than bragging points that you get for Z rank. So I can, I mean, I can agree with that. But like, other than that, there's not really much else there. But I don't understand what this obsession with maps is. Like, someone who actually defends like maps, like really wants maps so bad, please explain to me what a different map would do for you. Like, you just like to see different colors or something? Like, I don't, I'm confused. This is why all of them who didn't give a fuck about the lack of a story sounded idiotic. People advocate for less content all the time because they can't think that someone outside of themselves would enjoy something. I I guess I can see that, but like, how many times do you want them to tell the story of Dragon Ball? Like, how many times do they need to tell us what happens in Dragon Ball? It's the same story, nothing changes. It's the same thing over and over again. And I would argue that the people who are complaining about maps and stuff like that are talking about online. So why would that matter in story mode? And we also didn't get like any what ifs. So like, all those maps that you're wanting, like the Janimba map and all of that, we didn't get any of that in the story. So that wouldn't make any sense either. Only modern Dragon Ball game with a lot of maps is Xenoverse 2. They went all in Sparking and Fighters and got the least, but Fighters been out for a minute and got the same maps. That's true. W. Look at Fighters only giving characters this DLC with no maps and no costumes from the anime. What a scam. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. I promised myself I keep my post to gameplay and fun stuff, but it's been a minute since I gave my opinion. Sparking Zero isn't dead because of the game itself. We have to really sit down and talk about how Sparking Zero's very name is quite literally only ever used in negative contexts. And the evidence is there. And the YT community, the Reddit community, the streaming community, and the Twitter community all play a major part in Sparking Zero's downfall. You can sit here and say that's not true, but 90% of the very people here are the very same people in every single one of those niches, especially in the bigger influencers. I can't talk. The content that gets pushed on Sparking is mostly always negative, and the people who make content all the exact same shit anyway. No one ever sits here and points out all the good unless it benefits them, and even then, it's always backhanded at best. Yes, the game started out rough, no denying it, but in 6 months we made incredible progress. I agree. No one's making unique content. Everybody's making the same thing. I'm guilty of that as well. Most of the people in the Sparking Zero community as a whole are weirdos on and off the game, so nobody wants to collab. No one wants to put forth the effort to bring change. Everyone wants better, but don't want to be the one to do it. How that work? Everyone talks about how it's boring, but what have you done to make it fun for yourself or others? You hit Z and then what? You learn someone else's tech, then what? Not even from a content perspective, but from a community perspective. There's so many other things I can address, but I'm sure there will be people who will miss the tweet entirely. A shame, really. So much wasted potential. I mean, W, I agree with that. The moment the full DLC packs drop, I still have content I want to make, but I'm not going to sit here and complain. There are also other games, other Dragon Ball titles to play. Something else and engage in something else until there's an update. You don't like it, yet you stay in a community made for it. I think he missed the tweet. I need to like this one, not the other one. I think he missed the point of that one. I see people saying the blame is fully on the community for how the game is doing. Yet you got Bandai out here every other week supporting Xenoverse 2, and they when they have Sparking Zero. I don't know what else. Like, how often are they supposed to update the game? You know what? We're gonna keep moving on. Now that I think about it, Sparking Zero wasn't intended to be the best anime game and live a long life. It was all to hype up the people to get money as soon as possible. They not serious on anime games and never will be. That's like half true. Most of the time, anime games do kind of like fall off. They taper off after a while because it's not too much you can do in the game other than fight. So casuals really kind of leave the game, and then the people who enjoy like finding new tech and fighting online with tough battles, they'll actually stay on the game. So I don't really agree with this, honestly. 5 years of development and 180 characters is not 5 years of development. Man, 300 or 400 playable characters seems reasonable for 5 years. Them devs can literally add all characters from every series. Video games should be video games and not limited. Bro, what are you talking about? Like, you want 400 and 500 characters or 300 or whatever, and you're only going to play three characters anyway. You're going to play a fusion and then just keep it moving from there. Like, you're not going to play these weaker characters like Bardock and, Bardock's team and different characters from like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball, like the off series there. So I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's mostly the toxic people that play Spark and Zero, the ones who start harassing you in DMs after a game. Bugs and glitches, yes, but the game would be fine without equal health. People's final straw were rage quitters and toxic weirdos. I doubt such people are in this community. I agree. The damage this game has done can't be replicated. A lot of y'all don't want to admit it, but y'all wanted Sparking Zero to be like Fighter Z, and that's, well, Fighters. That's why the equal health balance patches slash nerfs ranks casual slash competitive matter so much to y'all. That's why Sparking Zero fell off slash died to a lot of y'all. I agree with this because I mean the game they literally stated the game wasn't gonna be balanced. So I don't know what else you want to complain about. If you don't want to play like the strongest characters in the game, don't play ranked. Easy. Not every game needs to be a live service game. People will play it every once in a while when they feel like it. The way these games are meant to be played. I'm sorry, but this is not a good take. Not every game needs to be a live service. True, but that doesn't reflect the charts. That take also doesn't reflect the fact that they've already started events. The way these games are meant to be played, people aren't even playing it once in a while. They're dropping it because there's no incentive to come back, and DLC isn't one. This is what an incentive looks like, but it's too late now. The game's gone. Bro, what are you talking about, man? What even is this? I don't even know what the limited time events. So like you what I mean they can still do stuff like this. Like I don't know why are we whatever. Let's move on. It's not forced. Everyone has good reasons to why they left, whether it's broken mechanics, the balancing issues, lack of replayability, and overall toxic environment. They're all valid forms of criticism, plus, it's not a real fighting game, so it was never going to get support. Don't agree? Moving on. Y'all might hate this one, but I'm going to say it anyway. The reason Sparking failed is because it's not balanced. Y'all can praise unbalanced as much as you want, but it's 2025. We ain't in middle school no more when we was just linking up with friends to play. This is another like thing I don't agree with, and I don't. Wait, hold on. We'll read it. That's next message after I get to my point. That's the whole reason why the online for this game doesn't work. You literally were playing with your friends at your house on the couch in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That's why it was so fun. When you go online and fight actual people who are trying their hardest to win and figure out tech to win, it's a different story. But let's go into the next part of this tweet. And if you're new to Sparking and never played the old games, understand that when these games dropped, it didn't have online, nor was the internet this critical in video games. You can't have an unbalanced game and expect people to take it seriously. It ain't a real fighter. I mean, I guess in ranked mode on every single game, people use the meta. It's on every single game. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to use the meta to give yourself the highest chance of winning. There's no point in picking weaker characters and wasting time on a game that you want to win on. But I digress. Let's move on. Without full support with all types of fighting games, this game will always have a split fandom. One who supports the game being exactly like Tenkaichi, and the one who wants a competitive fighter. That's why the devs never committed to either and tried to do both and failed. I don't agree that they tried to do both and failed. Everything else I do agree with, so I'll go ahead and leave a like here. It's pretty good analysis of this. All this with the addition of lack of content and mediocre support from the devs themselves by giving us annual updates. What are you talking about, annual updates? We get updates every 3 months with the DLC. I don't know what you're talking about. But whatever. Most of y'all too committed to the Dragon Ball. You can't see how these things are an issue. This is one of the people who need to stop playing the game. Go play something else. No, for real. They want every game to drop content every month like they can code that fast. And when it's rushed, you're going to shit on it. So shut the fuck up and wait, because when they half-ass, you still complain. So what the fuck do y'all want? Good content, half-ass shit. Pick a side. Okay? It's been 8 months and the item shop in Sparking Zero hasn't updated since. Nobody killed this game, but the lack of customizations and loadouts. Oh my god. Stop. Stop. It doesn't matter. This was not gonna keep people on the game. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Bad. Since we're discussing things, what's up with our community constantly bringing up the fact that the game is casual or competitive when talking about games quality? And why do people bring it up when competitive and casual aren't mentioned? Well, I think Sparking is a casual game with a rank mode. To be honest, it's not like a super competitive game. If I'm being for real, because there's like too many different things on the game that can influence winning. Like, of course, the more skilled player will win most of the time, but there's just like a lot of different variables in each match that will determine who wins. So I think it's a more casual game than competitive. All right, this is the last tweet that I'm going to go over for today. Sparking Zero may have actually been the heist of the century. All right, brother. Whatever you say. Try to get a refund. If you can't get a refund, just hold that L. I mean, the game is awesome. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know how much I don't know much about Sparking Zero, but why was it such a failure? Why are people so upset? Unfinished. Sure. Unfinished game. They didn't even try to save it either. That's what makes me so angry about it. Crying, hating on the game is a free banger. Swear. I swear it is. But yeah, this is gonna be it for me. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you for watching. And yeah, leave me a like if you like this type of video.